च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी।
Thank you. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So continuing from Sri Caitanya Bhagavad, a little brief recap to what we studied and discussed yesterday. What was the most inspirational point? Who would like to share? Yesterday you were hearing, Purushottam? You're not hearing. Okay, those who are hearing, we are studying from Sri Caitanya Bhagavad. You remember some recap to what we covered in the first 31 verses? Manoram Prabhu, what struck you?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare Krishna.
Pranam Prabhuji. So one important thing Prabhuji you started with, it was from verse 3, and that was actually, I have noted, so that was Bhakta Gushti Sahito Gauranga Jaya Jaya Sunile Chaitanya Katha Bhakti Labha Hoya. So that verse was very striking, Prabhuji, that if we glorify Lord Chaitanya along with his associates, then the path of bhakti becomes very easy, Prabhuji. So that point I remember.
Okay. So please accept it and apply. Every Avirbhav and Tirobhav we must observe. And how do we observe? Not just by fasting, but by filling our heart with their glories. Then we are worshipping Lord Chaitanya with his associates. Okay. Pranav?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Navadvipa, all the residents are worshipping demigods, other demigods, and when after that they are started worshipping Lord Narayana, Vishnu.
Yes, the situation was very, very pathetic. They were all into demigod worshippers. And especially 3 names were mentioned. You remember the 3 names?
No, Prabhuji, not exactly.
You should remember. Okay. Dayashil Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare.
Prabhuji, just by
Little
hearing
louder.
about
Little
the
louder.
audible Prabhuji,
Yeah, but not very clear.
by hearing the about the Supreme Lord, we can achieve the devotional service of the Supreme Lord Prabhuji by hearing, just by hearing. So it is a very
It is
important.
not just by hearing. This is not the proper understanding. It is not just by hearing. What is that hearing we discussed? Just the mere act of hearing is not sufficient. There is a verse on that. Bahujan kari yadi shravana kirtan, तब तो ना पाए कृष्ण पदे प्रेमाधन. Have you not heard this? Then the proper understanding still is lacking. Okay, Priyanka?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. That Sunile Chaitanya Katha Bhakti Labhya Hoy. The Gaurakatha, the pastimes of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, it nourishes for Jiva's ear when Jiva awakened to his constitutional activity.
Yes, it awakens to our constitutional position. And what is that constitutional position? That also we discussed. Bhakti Thakur is mentioning. what actually is awakening to constitutional position. We have heard this so many times that we are performing all activities to awaken our constitutional position. So how can we know that the constitutional position is being awakened or we are coming close to it? Who remembers? Yes, there, bro.
Prabhuji, one is engaged in the devotional service, and at the topmost stage, he is fully engaged in the devotional service. He is fully surrendered at the highest stage.
Yes, yes, yes. True. Thank you. Pradeep?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
in this age of Kali, congregational chanting to worship uh,
Yes, the best means of worship is to worship Him by Sankirtan. Very good. Okay. Okay. Others, those who have not spoken so far. Ravinder, bro?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So Lord appears to re-establish the principles of religion through congregational chanting.
Yes. Okay. रम्या रम्या यू आर देयर? दिखाई नहीं दे रही है. क्या हुआ? दयाशील प्रभु चेयर पे बैठे हैं, आप नीचे बैठी हो क्या?
जी प्रभु
हाँ, नहीं नहीं, यू शुड ऑल्सो टेक अ चेयर.
प्रभु जी in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 3rd chapter 122 number verse Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said that one who hears the narration of Supreme Lord's appearance, Lord personally becomes his savior, and he
Lord
also
personally becomes
speaks
his.
savior.
Okay.
He resides in his heart. And in 21-23 number verse, he said about the person who does not hear about Lord appearance, their human life completely waste. And Prabhuji,
What is he drinking? He is drinking poison.
we saw.
He is rejecting nectar and he is drinking poison. So this tendency of ours is there for lifetimes of rejecting nectar and embracing poison. So that we should try and change. Okay, we continue forward. There's one very beautiful verse I will share with you before I start. This gives further impetus for us how important it is to hear. This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Anta Lila. And here, when he is concluding, Srila Kaviraj Goswami, he is concluding Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, very beautiful verse. We should all memorize this verse. Shruyatam, Shruyatam, Nityam, Giyatam, Giyatam, Muda, Chintaya, Chintyatam, Chintyatam, Bhaktas, Caitanya Charitamritam. So what we are hearing and sharing about the life force. Chaitanya means that which has life. Chaitan, that which is active. What is active within the body? That is the soul. Shruyatam Shruyatam Nityam. Let it be heard. Let it be heard. And when? Always. First we have to hear, then we have to sing. It has to be chanted. Giyatam Giyatam Muda. Muda means with great happiness or joy. And then we have to deliberate. Chintetam Chintetam Bhaktas. Chaitanya Charitamritam. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted, and meditated upon with great happiness. Okay. Mahaprabhu, before he appears, he sends his associates. कारो जन्म नवदीप पे कारो छठी राम के हर राधा order देशे श्री हटे पश्चिमे. Some took birth in Navadip. Most of his associates were in Navadip. Some in Chhattagram. It is now called as Ardadesh, that is Ek Chakra. Some in Odisha, some in Srihat, and some in the west. Yesterday we discussed this. I'm just recapping. Many devotees of the Lord, such as Sri Gadadhar Pandit Goswami, Sri Jagdanand Pandit Goswami, Pandit Sadashiv, Gangadhar, Shuklambar, Sridhar, Purushottam, Sanjay, Hiranya, and Jagdish appeared in Navadip. So all these parikars, they were in Navadip. Srila Pundrik Vidyanidhi, Sri Vasudev Dutt and his brother Mukunda Dutt appeared in a village of Chhattigram, presently known as Chattagram. It is called Chattagaon. So they all came from this place. This is in Bangladesh. Mukunda became the classmate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was always there in the Navadip Leela, and he also went with him in the Nilachal Leela. And Vasudev Dutt is the most magnanimous, most compassionate person. He prayed to Lord Chaitanya that you offer me all the sins of all the people in the world, so that I may eternally suffer in hell, but you kindly delivered them. And hearing his genuine compassion, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so overwhelmed that he said that Vasudev, you have purchased me. And you know Pundrik Vidyanidhi, Lord Chaitanya used to call him Bap, more Bap. He is Vishwanu Maharaj. Radhesh refers to a place on the western side of Ganges. Sri Nityananda Prabhu appeared in the village of Ek Chakra. It is also known as Veerachandrapura. Who is Veerachandra? He is the son of Lord Nityananda in the district of Birbhum. And many others, Sri Satyaraj Khan, Sri Ramanand Vasu appeared in the village of Kulin in the district of Vardhaman. Vardhaman is where we went, Katwa. Sri Mukund, Sri Narhari, Sri Raghunandan, and Chiranjeev and Sulochan appeared at Srikhand. This is also where we went, Srikhand. Many devotees like Sri Govind, Sri Madhav, Sri Vasudev Ghosh, Dvija Haridas, and Dvija Vaninath Brahmachari appeared at Agrati. This we may cover next year, Agrati. Okay. Nana sthane avatirna hoila bhakta gana navadipa asi hoila sabara milana. So although devotees appeared in different places, they all gathered in Navadip. Sarva Vaishnava Janma Navadipa Dham Kaun Mahapriya Daser Janma Nesthan. Most of the Vaishnavas took birth in Navadip, and some beloved associates appeared elsewhere. श्रीवास पंडित और श्री राम पंडित, श्री चंद्रशेखर देवा त्रैलोक्य पूजित। Shivas and Sri Ram are described in Kavi Kavarnapur's Gauravanadash Deepaka as follows. The most intelligent Shivas Pandit is not different from Sri Narad Muni, and Sri Parvat Muni, who was very dear to Narad Muni, has now appeared as Sri Ram Pandit, the younger brother of Shivas Pandit. Very important is Sri Chandrasekhar Dev. Every year we go to his place. Anyone knows where? Where is Sri Chandrasekhar's place? Every year we go there. Yes, Ramya?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it is Bajrapattanam Prabhuji.
Voice is not clear. Sit on the chair so that
Hare
we
Krishna
can.
Prabhuji, it is Bajrapattanam, Maserwadi.
Yeah, very good. It is Sri Chaitanya Math. It is also called Masir Badi, the place of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur's Samadhi and the main Matha, Sri Chaitanya Math. That was the place where the sister of Sachi Devi stayed, and her husband name is Chandrasekhar. And in that place, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enacted so many pastimes of drama. He used to play dramas. And one of his most foremost drama was where he acted the role of Rukmani Devi. The Lord himself became Rukmani Devi. So these three names are being first mentioned. Srimad Chandrasekhar Dev was Lord's devotee uncle, husband of Sachi's sister. According to Gaur Gunodesh Deepaka, he was one of the 9 Nidhis or Chandra. Sriman Mahaprabhu danced and sang in his house in the mood of Devi for the first time in Bengal. Which Devi? Rukmani Devi. Rukmani Devi role. The place where Chandrasekhar house was situated is now known as Vajrapatana. Ramya's memory is very good. The huge octagon temple known as Sri Chaitanya Matha is situated in this place. It is the center of nourishment of the world famous Vish Vaishnava Rajya Sabha. Deities of 4 Vaishnava Sampradaya Acharyas are established on the 4 sides of the temple. You take darshan, we take darshan, we do parikrama. Sri Guru Gauranga and Gandharvika Giridhari are being worshipped in the middle of the temple. Nityanand Prabhu gave prior information to Sri Chandrasekhar of the Lord's plan to take sannyas. Sri Chandrasekhar was present with Sri Nityanand and Mukund Datta at Katwater. Bhavaroga Vaidya Sri Murari Nama Yara Sri Hatte Sab Vaishnavera Avatara. So they along with Sri Murari Gupta, Sripat, who cures the living entities of their material diseases, all took birth in Sri Hatta. Sri Hatta is a very special place. In the future, we might also get the benefit of being there. Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur has referred to Murari Gupta as Vaidya or doctor. You know, Sri Murari Gupta was both the spiritual doctor and also the material doctor. Whom did he worship? Murari Gupta. Who is Murari Gupta? In Chaitanya Lila, Murari Gupta is Rayanshi. Who is Murari Gupta?
Hanuman.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. He is Hanuman. He is Hanuman. And by his devotion, Lord Chaitanya was very pleased. Highly pleased. And it is Sri Murari, the word Vaidya Sri Murari refers to Sri Murari Gupta, the writer of the celebrated book Sri Chaitanya Charita Kavya. This was the first biography of Lord Chaitanya which was written. It was written by Sri Murari Gupta. It is called Sri Chaitanya Charita Kavya because it was written in Sanskrit and in a poetic meter. It is called Sri Chaitanya Charit Kavya. And from this Sri Chaitanya Charit Kavya, we receive Sri Caitanya Bhagavad, what we are studying now. During the Lord's Mahaprakash pastime, the Lord revealed to him his form as Ram. Once in the house of Srivas, when Murari Gupta saw both Nityanand and Gaur Sundar, he offered his obeisances first to Mahaprabhu and then Nityanand Prabhu. Seeing this, Mahaprabhu told him, "You have violated proper etiquette by offering obeisances first to me." Later that night, the Lord appeared to him in a dream and glorified the position of Nityanand. Early the next day, Murari offered obeisances first to Nityanand, then Mahaprabhu. This pleased Mahaprabhu, who then gave him the chewed betel nuts. Once Murari considered that when the Lord disappeared, separation from him would be unbearable. So he decided to give up with his body while the Lord was still present in the world. Other names: Pundarika Vidyanidhi, Vaishnava Pradhan, Chaitanya Vallabh Datt, Vasudeva Naam. छठी ग्रामे होइला इहा सबार प्रकार भूदाने होइला अवतीर्ण हरिदास. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi, the topmost Vaishnava, then Chaitanya Vallabh and Vasudev Datta all appeared in Chhata Gram. Haridas Thakur appeared in the village of Bhudan. This is the place, birthplace of Haridas Thakur is Bhudan. This is now in Bangladesh. Pundarik Vidyanidhi is also known as Premanidhi and Acharyanidhi. We have discussed this. This is interesting. Shriman Mahaprabhu used to address Pundarika as Bap or father, and he gave him the title Premanidhi to indicate that he was the servant of the Supreme Lord. Pundarik Vidyanidhi was a spiritual master of Sri Gadadhar Pandit Goswami. The description of Sri Jagannath Dev slapping the cheeks of Pundarik Vidyanidhi and his disclosing this fact to his dear friend Sri Damodar Sarup are found in Anta Leela chapter 10. Next, there was a devotee named Chaitanya Vallabh in the line of Gadadhar Pandit. There is a difference in opinion whether or not this is the Chaitanya Vallabh mentioned in this verse. Otherwise, the word Chaitanya Vallabh may be accepted as meaning one who is very dear to Sri Chaitanya. Vasudev Datta here. What is the other Datta? Who is the sibling of Vasudev Datta? What name I told you? Who remembers? I just told you. Yes, Sonika?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Mukund Datta.
Yes, Mukunda. Mukunda. And you know what is the place of Sri Vasudeva Datta? Where is his residence? In Navadip? Not this year, but last year we went. We took Prasadam also there. I have made it easy for you. You did service. आप बोलो. I'll give you one more hint that will clear the place. That is the place of Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. अभी तो या आप क्या आप तो बता ही दिया. बोलो सोनिका.
Prabhuji, Mam Gachi.
You remember you people did the service after Prasadam, you did cleaning there. I told you that we cannot, spoil the place. These are all special privileged places. So he lived in Mamgachi. Okay. See, this is very interesting. In Braja, there are two very nice singers named Madhukanta and Madhuvrata. Some places it is called Madhukanta and Snigdakanta. They appeared in Chaitanya Lila as Mukund and Vasudev Datta, who were singers in the society of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was a dear well-wisher of Srivas Pandit and Sri Shivanand Sen. Okay. Okay. Howrah Katwa line is about 1 mile away in a village known as Mamagachi, which is the birthplace of Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. There is an old temple of Madan Gopal that was established by Vasudev Dutt. He later shifted to Kumarhatta or Kanchapalli and lived with Srivas and Shivanand. Seeing his liberal nature, Sriman Mahaprabhu ordered Shivanand to act as his manager and reduce his excessive expenditure. His heart-rending prayers to Sriman Mahaprabhu on behalf of the miserable, misguided living entities who are averse to Lord Sri Hari are found in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila. It is also explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita Vasudev that the 19th branch of Sri Chaitanya Tree was a great personality and the most confidential devotee of Lord. One could not describe his qualities even with thousands of mouths. Srila Vasudev Dutt Thakur wanted to suffer for the sinful activities of all the people of the world, so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu might deliver them. His disciple was Sri Yadunandan Acharya, who was the initiating spiritual master of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Sri Mukund Datta was his brother. Okay. It is not definitely certain whether Sri Haridas Thakur appeared in a village named Bhudan, that is the district of Khulna. Formerly, this village was within the district of 24 Parganas with the Shatakshira division. But normally it is said in Bhudan only. राड़ माझे एक चक्र नामे आछे ग्राम यही अवतीर्णा नित्यानंद भगवान. The Supreme Lord Nityananda Prabhu appeared in the village of Ek Chakra in Raddesh. हड़ाई पंडित नाम शुद्ध विप्रराज मूले सर्व पीत ताने करे पीत व्याज. The exalted Harai Pandit was the king of the Brahmanas. He was accepted as the father of Lord Nityananda, who is the original father of all. Kripa Sindhu Bhakti Data Shri Vaishnava Dham Radhe Avartirne Hoila Nityananda Ram Mahajaya Jaya Dhvani Pushpa Varshana Samagope Devata Gane Kailena Khana. At the time of Nityananda's appearance, all the demigods secretly showered flowers and chanted Jaya Jaya. সেই দিন হইতে রাড়া মণ্ডল সকল পুনঃ পুনঃ বড়িতে লাগিলা সুমঙ্গল ত্রিহুতে পরমানন্দ পুরীরা প্রকাশ নীলাচল यारे संगे एकत्र विलास. Parmanand Puri, who enjoyed pastimes with Lord in Nilachal, appeared in Trihut. This is a place of Trihut. Trihut consists of districts presently known as Muzaffarpur, Darbhanga and Chhapra. Oh, this is Bihar. Previously, Bengal and Bihar were what? They were not separate. In his previous ashram, Sri Parmanand Puri lived in Trihut. He was the dear disciple of Sri Madhavendra Puri Pad. In the last portion of his book, various topics related to Parmanand Puri in Nilachal, such as his well, are described. गंगा तीरे पुण्य स्थाने सकलता खीते वैष्णव जन्माय के न सोच्य देशिते आपने होइलाव तीर्णा गंगा तीरे संगेरा पार्षद के न जन्मे न दूरे. The banks of the Ganges are most sanctified. Why then would a Vaishnava take birth at an impious place? The Lord appeared on the bank of the Ganges. So why did his associates appear in distant place? This is the question being raised by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. ये देश गंगा हरि नाम विवर्जिता, यही देश पांडव नहीं गेला कदाचिता. This is the famous verse. What is the inauspicious place? से सभा जीवेरा कृष्णा वात्सल हईला, महाभक्त सभा जन्माए ना आज्ञा दिया. ये देश गंगा हरि नाम विवर्जिता. Vivarjita is that place where it is barred, where it is not allowed, where Ganga does not flow and there is no chanting of the Harinam. यही देश पांडव नहीं गेला कदाचित है. The place where the Pandavas never visited. Out of compassion, Lord Krishna ordered his great devotees to appear in place where the Ganges did not flow, where the holy names are not chanted, and where the Pandavas did not visit. What is that one place? Very prominent place where all these things are not there. Yes, Sonika?
So is that Ek Chakra?
No. I'm asking in a global scenario. You see, you catch the mood of what Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is mentioning here, that these are very unfortunate, places. And in such unfortunate places also, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu's associates are appearing. So what it speaks about it? What are these places? What prominent place? Why only Ramya will answer? Others will remain silent. Purushottam, which place? Out of compassion, Lord Krishna ordered his great devotee to appear in places where Ganges does not flow, where the holy names are not chanted, and where the Pandavas did not visit. Bolo. No one is attempting also. No one is not putting, effort from his heart. Monoram.
Prabhuji, the Western countries.
Yes, the Western world. So that is why Srila Prabhupada is Sri Krishna Kripa Sri Murti. He is the embodiment of personification of Krishna's mercy. On what basis? This is the verse. See again. ये देश गंगा हरि नाम विवर्जिता, यही देश पांडव नहीं गेला कदाचिता. Sei सब जीवेरा कृष्ण वात्सल्य होइला. Vatsal means overflowing of love. महाभक्त सभा जन्मा ये आज्ञा दिया. So Prabhupada says, for an elaboration on the meaning of this verse, one can refer, the Bhaktivedanta Thakur is saying, to the following verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 7, 10, 18, 19 and 1, 1, 15. 1, 1, 15 is what? Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter and 15th verse. Because you were born in this family, the entire dynasty has been purified. Wherever there are peaceful, equipoised devotees who are well behaved and decorated with all good qualities, that place and the dynasty is there, even if condemned, are purified. संसार तारिते श्री चैतन्य अवतार, आपन श्री मुखे करी आछेनांगिका. Sri Chaitanya descended to deliver the entire universe. He has confirmed this with his own words. सोच्य देश सोच्य कुले आपन समाना, जन्मिया वैष्णव सबार करे त्रना. The Lord had his devotees who are equal to him appear at impious places and in impious families. Sochya deshe sochya kule. In order to deliver everyone. Very beautiful verse. Very, very beautiful verse. Kulam pavitram janani kritartha, वसुंधरा वा वसतेश्च धन्या नित्यन्ति स्वर्गे पितरोऽपि तेषाम् येषां कुले वैष्णवानां धेयम्. In whatever family a Vaishnava appears, his family, mother, birthplace, and residence become purified, and his forefathers dance in the heavens. यही देश यही कुले वैष्णव अवतारे ताहारा प्रभाव लक्ष्य योजना निस्तारे. In whatever place or family a Vaishnava appears, people for hundreds of thousands of miles around are all delivered. So, ये स्थाने वैष्णव गण करे न विजय सही स्थाने होए अति पुण्य तीर्थमय. Wherever the Vaishnavas go, that place becomes a sanctified place of pilgrimage. अतएव सर्वदेशे निज भक्त गण अवतीर्ण कैला श्री चैतन्य नारायण. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya had his devotees appear in different countries. नाना स्थाने अवतीर्ण होइला भक्त गण नवदीपे आसी सवार होइला मिलन. Although the devotees appeared in various places, they all met together in Navdeep. नवदीपे होइबा प्रभुरा अवतार अतेव नवद्वीपा मिलना सभा. नवद्वीप हेना ग्राम त्रिभुवने नाई यहाँ अवतीर्ण होइला चैतन्य गोसाई. अवतारे वेना प्रभु जानी अवधाता सकल संपूर्ण करी थुइले नाता था. Knowing that the Lord would appear, Providence arranged all prosperity and opulence in advance. नवदीप संपत्ति की वर्णी बारे पारे एको गंगा घाटे लक्ष्य लोक स्नान करे. त्रिविध वश एक जाति लक्ष्य लक्षा सरस्वती प्रसादे सवाय महादक्षा. By the merciful glance of Saraswati, the goddess of learning, hundreds of thousands of children, youth, and old people were expert in the scriptures. Where? What is being discussed here? What is the discussion? Boliye, be attentive. For whom this verse is being quoted by Vrindavan Das Thakur?
Prabhuji,
Hello?
to the people of Navadip.
Yes, for the residents of Navadip. सबे महा अध्यापक कोरी गर्व धरे सबे महा अध्यापक धरी. No one is a shishya. Everyone wants to become an adhyapak. But in Navdeep, they were not just adhyapak. सबे महा अध्यापक कोरी गर्व धरे बालक होए भट्टाचार्य सनेकाक्ष करे. They were all proud of being great scholars. Even a young boy would challenge his teacher. नाना देश होते लोका नवदीप आया नवदीप पढ़िले से विद्या रास पाया. Many people came from various provinces to study in Navdeep because by studying there, one achieved a taste for education. अतेवा पायुड़ा अतेवा पाडू यारा नहीं. पाडू यारा is disciple or student. Padu is disciple, student. अतेवा पढ़ू यारा नहीं सम्युच्चाया लक्ष्य कोटि अध्यापक नहीं का निश्चया. Therefore, no one could count the innumerable students and millions of teachers gathered there in Navadip. It was a place of learning. रमा दृष्टि पाते सर्व लोक सुखे वासी व्यर्थ काला या मात्रा Vyavara rase. By the merciful glance of Ram, the goddess of fortune, by the merciful glance of Rama, the goddess of fortune, everyone lived happily there. But they wasted their time in mundane activities. Krishna Rama Bhakti Shunya Sakala Samsar Prathame Kali Te Hoila Bhavishya. The whole universe was devoid of devotion to Krishna and Balram. The future symptoms of the age of Kali became manifest in the beginning of the age. I will stop here. I have to go for some services. What about tomorrow? How many of you are having off tomorrow? We can have a long session. How many of you are having off? No one. Everyone is working. You have off, Sonika?
I took off, Prabhuji.
Okay. I was thinking, because tomorrow is eclipse also. So we can have a session from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, if you are available. Or let us have a session. Those who are available will join. Those who are not available, whatever is possible for them can join. Bolo? Otherwise, we won't be able to cover the chapter. And one more day we can extend on 4th also. 4th also we can have long session. 4th everything is closed. How many of you can join tomorrow 1 to 4 or 1 to 5? Pranab can join, Sonika can join, Purushottam can join. Priyanka, you cannot join? Huh? Okay. So most of you can join. So we will have a session. Okay. Pradeep, you convene a session from 1 to 4. Okay. Shri Caitanya Bhagavad ki jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.